So without further ado, let's invite Carys Mihardja, who is live with us right now to share her inspiring stories. Good morning, Carys.
Hello, good
Good
morning. Nice to meet you all.
morning. Hi. But first of all, I think a congratulatory needs to be made. Russia and I and all the team of C today would like to congratulate you to be now entering the Ivy League Yale University. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so
Oh
much.
my gosh, you're going to
I'm
be
excited.
yeah, and you'll be so far away from us, from Jakarta to Connecticut. But anyways, of course, we want to know more about Carys Care. As we mentioned before, that you started this since you were 13 years old. So, what really want to know, what is your initiative, and also, if I could just borrow what Paul had mentioned in our earlier discussion, what is the intention that inspires you to establish an organization with a great humanitarian at such a young age?
I think there was never a capping age. Like, I've never intended to start, immediacy at 13, but it was just an organic outcome of how my parents have inculturated really strong social values in my life. So, starting from when I couldn't even walk, one thing they did was already am planning like a dilemma in terms of celebrating my birthdays, for example. I could either choose to celebrate it like grandly with friends and peers, or I could celebrate it with an intimate group in like orphanages. And I think starting from then, even waking up to seeing my grandma packing rice for the underprivileged, I've always knew that not necessarily social work, but embedding that social humanitarian target in any of my career aspects in the future was always a goal. And I think naturally at 13, I felt like I was independent enough to be able to start an initiative that I was so lucky to meet my Down syndrome friends at the start of a 13-year-old. And so that was just a natural process that I come to love them and wanted to do something with it.
Yeah.
I guess it seems that it really comes from your values that's passed down from your parents of giving, and then you sort of going with it, right? And actually manifesting the learning that you internalize. So, can you tell us more about Carys Care? What are the initiatives and what are the projects that you have been conducted so far?
So Cares is a social retail enterprise that focused on really leveraging the platform for downstream communities. So for so long, there has been a lot of Down syndrome and Doxy groups, but a lot of it felt very internal. So it's hard for just the general public to be involved in helping individuals with Down syndrome. And the problem with tackling, Down syndrome target discrimination is that people are unaware to, speak about it. We think it's taboo to, what do we call them? Do we call them anak dengan Down syndrome, or do we call
Right.
them, even those derogatory terms like cacat mental and etc.
Right.
And I think there needs to be more dialogue surrounding everything. We see, with the progressive agenda and like the contemporary media nowadays, there's a lot on race, there's a lot on religion, ethnicity, but we don't seem to tackle this sphere of disability empowerment. And I think bringing that exposure to Indonesia was really crucial. And how Cares does this is we want to reconceptualize anything related to charity. We don't
Yeah.
want it to be just another charity case for someone to donate, huge amounts of money or to just pity them. Because we tend to always resort to, I like to call it like three things that human always like to do. First is we vilify, like for example, if someone is bullying like a Down syndrome individual, we like to, start an Instagram chain or go on a full rant on how that's wrong,
Right.
etc. Or second, we tend to fall into the pity trap, which is just, remaining in our own side and saying, "Oh, I feel bad for you." Or the third, which I think is the best solution, which is leveraging them and inviting them into our space and giving them that center stage role. And so essentially, Cares transforms their paintings, which shows their creative talents and potentials into a range of merchandise collection so we can integrate them into our daily lives and really show people that they're multifaceted and talented individuals, which hasn't been in recent exposure over the years.
Right. It seems that it's just an amazing thing that we see right now from Carys Care because it becomes a whole ecosystem, right? It's a circular pattern where not only you're socializing it and educating the community about our friends of the Down syndrome community, but you're giving them the platform that they can show, like you said, the talents and being productive. And how productive are they? Well, we can see it right here in our studio. We have tote bags, we have a lot of pouches, right, Rasha?
Yeah.
We have so many things, even like fashions and whatnot, have artworks. So, my following question to this, Carys, are these designed by our Down syndrome friends?
Yes, not tweaked, not artificially altered.
Right.
All of them is from the paintings of our friends with Down syndrome. Really.
And it's really nice how you package it because there's, if we can see like one of these pouches, there's a card right here to kind of give you the behind story of it and who made it. This is a beautiful creation made from the painting of Yutika Zakia, our friend with Down syndrome. And all proceeds will be donated to Potats, a Down syndrome foundation, and to support individual with Down syndrome in Indonesia. So all the thorough information is stated here. But what I love about it is you mentioned the artisan who made this
Yes.
this such creation.
And also, I think what you said before to really showcase that our friends who has Down syndrome is also multifaceted, and they have talents, they have beauty inside of them, right? So it's a really beautiful thing that you do. Now, you have received many international awards such as APEC Best Award for Social Impact in Society, UN Women WEP Awards, UNESCO Enter for Peace and World Genesis Foundation Scholarship,
Wow.
and many more. Now, Diana Award is also one of the most recent one, and you are the only Indonesian and youngest person who has achieved the award. So what does these awards means to you?
So maybe to start off, the Diana Legacy Award is this biannual award that recognizes 20 young individuals from around the world for their initiatives in tackling any platform of social change. And for me, when I received that award, I think it was just overwhelming because I've never seen the awards as recognitions for myself individually, but as a testament of what our Down syndrome friends can achieve, and seeing that it's in such an international platform for the world to see was a huge blessing, that we can't really underscore. Because ever since then, being able to share our Down syndrome friends' stories, for example, a Zoom call we had with Enrico Sussex, and he even, relayed his personal message to our friends with Down syndrome back in Indonesia. I think that was just a stupefying moment where I realized how trying to make a platform for our friends with Down syndrome has always been the end goal. So through these awards, we want to continue to amplify their voices and really shout it out to the world that they can do a lot of things, and they shouldn't be limited because of the systemic barriers that we have imposed in terms of, in both the educational and career workforce. I think it might not seem related, but by showing that they can even do something like painting and being able to creatively express themselves, they are able to branch out into different, and be integrated into different parts of our economic framework that has not been even touched on or discussed by the government a lot. So it might not seem related, but I think through these international awards, we want to show that, hey, they've done a lot of things. This is their recognition to share.
Yeah.
And so we want to kind of wake people up and just realize how amazing they are and what they can do.
And it's such a breakthrough too, Carys. And this achievement that you were awarded, not only yours alone, but belongs to the community itself and also to the people of our nation, right? You're breaking through the glass, and it seems that at such a young age, we're not talking about age, but again, we have to, because you're at such a young age, and you can also, you can already have this successful social engagement and whatnot, and really carrying the community now on forward, not only right here in Indonesia, but throughout the world. Now, I'm talking about that, the artwork that is created by the Down syndrome community through Carys Cares and turned into profitable products, as such as you were seeing right here in the studio. It's so far you have raised more than 74,000 US dollars, or more than 1 billion rupiah. So there's a lot of couple of questions I want to ask. First, how did you sell the products, right? And second, when you made this intention of founding this establishment of your foundation, did you know it's going to come to where it is today, like almost 1 billion rupiah of the products that had been sold and whatnot? And third one, how can you really inspire, especially the youth right here in Indonesia, to really start an initiative, become something that is passionate, and to become where Carys Cares to where it is now? By the way, I love the tote
Well,
bag. This is so cute and good quality too.
Yeah,
You should hold one, Rasha. It's nice.
Yeah, I like this one actually for my coffee. Yeah, please
well,
go
to
ahead.
start off, we use mainly two platforms, both the physical and webpage. So
Yeah.
you can purchase our products from our website, or mainly we offload a lot of our customers from Instagram. We have quite a social following there of over 37,000 now, I believe.
Wow.
And secondly, you can also visit our stores in Gallery Lafayette, in Pacific Place, and Sogo in Plaza Senayan.
Yeah.
And so it's just a beautiful display of our friends' artworks. They love to visit it to themselves. Last time we went with one of our friends, and it was just an amazing moment to see him and his parent just being in awe of seeing his creation in the center, at the center stage of the mall. And so, yeah, that's how you can get our products. In terms of raising that much, we honestly don't even know until today how it was possible. And looking back, 4 years ago, I wouldn't have predicted this outcome. But I think the answer is really indebted to all stakeholders and all the people that have helped Carries grow where it is now. I'm definitely helpless without them. It's just amazing to see, for example, at a really early stage, before receiving, a lot of accolades and awards. One of the department store owners, like Pahandaka Santoso, he's the managing director, I believe, and he offered us a space in his, to have a consignment space. And it's such a huge platform for such
Yes.
early stage, and I think being
Yes.
able to be entrusted that kind of belief continue to manifest throughout our care's journey. And it's another example is Marlupi Academy Dance Academy. They donated like over 80 million in one sitting to help our friends with Down syndrome through cares. And so it's just the kind-hearted goodwill of a lot of people being able to be centralized in a shared mission of cares mission. And I think that's really the key reason to how we've been able to grow this much. And for to address the last question, in how can we inspire youth to kind of take that courage to start something like this? I think the best way is to not overthink about getting big or being able to receive such and
Yeah.
such. Because at the start, I didn't know what these awards were at all. It all came like very unexpectedly, and we never forecasted or tracked our progress in terms of money and such. I know that from like the financial standpoint, it's effective to do those things, but I think what we wanted to do was, the true quantifiable progress in cares for us was to see our friends with Down syndrome totally, enjoy seeing their
Yeah.
creations being shelved in public displays,
Yeah.
being able to recollect and having that reinvigorated confidence and, oh, I can do something. I want to make my parents proud, and
Yeah.
even the parents seeing that their kids have reclaimed that agency to do something.
Yeah.
That's kind of the mindset of how we calculate our progress here in Cares
Right.
Care. And I think if you're starting with that goal and that way of quantifying your progress, it's not going to seem like you need to reach
Yeah.
another target after target.
Because
Yeah.
you just need to give them that one step, right? That step
Yeah.
of confidence to
Yeah.
propel to domino effect in the community that if he or she can do it, then I can do it too.
Exactly. And I think it also leads back to what you and Paul discussed. It's really about your intention
Yes.
and then your execution, right? And I think the product speaks for itself. It's truly beautiful.
I love this, by the way, the bag.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't say right here, but I would love to say thank you. And this is very fashionable.
Exactly.
It's so in right now.
It doesn't really look like some charity product. It
Yeah.
actually looked like a beautifully designed product.
Yeah, this one is made by Ratri, by the way.
Yeah, so it's amazing.
Very beautiful. I love it.
Right.
Oh my goodness, Carys.
Now you're going away to college soon, and you've been working so hard since you're 13 with many projects and initiatives. So tell us, what's your plan in the next coming 4 years? Are you gonna take some time to really like take a step back and reflect and to plan your next journey, or do you already have some plans in mind?
No, I think to take a step back and such only requires like a couple days or weekends off. But I'll definitely be continuing Cares for the years ahead. We've made, written concrete plans for
Wow.
2023, even early 2024, for the trajectory of Cares. We definitely want to continue being this social retail enterprise, but on the sidelines, we also have projects to make it more tangible in terms of integrating them into our economic workforce,
Wow.
which I think has always been the main goal of raising awareness about Down syndrome individuals' capabilities and potential. So we have plans to create a job matching, program where we can actually connect private public sectors like companies to be able to want to train individuals with Down syndrome to work instead of just immediately rejecting them just because of their condition. So through this program, we want to integrate them as part of every day of our lives because 35 years ago that was possible. My mom went to school in Australia and she worked in KFC actually for a while, and her coworker Corey was an individual with Down syndrome, and so it's crazy to think that 35 years ago in another country it was already a reality, but here the reality is it's still impossible to see such thing manifest in reality.
Yeah.
So hopefully Caris will be that one taking the step to make it a possibility for them to be independent, to be able to say that, I can create my own, not even just be a wage earner, but be a job creator. I think that's what we want to see unfolding in the Down syndrome community.
Yeah, and you know what? To be a human being that is productive, that's already a fulfillment for yourself,
Yeah.
regardless whatever community that you belongs to. And I think that's where Caris comes from. And I think your initiative and your intention, just as Russia had said, really pushes forward how us Indonesians should really put our pedestal into. And you're in such a young age, and it really shown that even though you have your own personal growth by going to college and Yale University and whatnot, but doesn't stop you to fulfill what Carys Care going on forward with many projects that's already on hold for the future.
Yeah.
So congratulations to Carys Mihardja. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for inspiring not only for the youngins, but also for us.
Exactly.
That is 30 above and 30 above and beyond. Thank you for being you, and thank you for your initiatives also.
Thank you so much, Caris. Have a good day.
Success to you always.
Thank you.
Bye. Say hi
Thank
to our
you.
friends from Carys Cares, okay?
Yes, I'll pass it on and your compliments.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you so
much. Bye. Have a great morning.
Bye.